Chapter 1, Part 3, The Browser.
Chapter 1, Essential Outcomes. Students communicate, collaborate, create, and apply critical thinking skills through project-based learning by A. Constructing, computing, and designing a professional portfolio. B. Empowering and challenging each other to create unique designs. C. Applying knowledge regarding the Internet, World Wide Web, browsers, operating systems, and websites. D. Being responsible web designers and digital citizens. E. Sharing their innovative designs via global networking. F. Linking keywords to project application.
What is a browser? A browser is a program on your computer that allows you to browse web pages on the Internet. The I in Internet is always capitalized. Here are some examples of browsers: Safari, Opera, Netscape, Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer. A browser is not any of these operating systems that are represented below through these 6 icons. At this time, you are to go to the internet and research what each of these icons represent. Then you'll sign in to Google Classrooms, go to the About section, look for Chapter 1, Part 3, Operating Systems, and then you will go in and click on the link and go in and identify each one of these icons. You'll be identifying A, B, C, D, E, and F. What is an operating system? An operating system is software on your computer that supports a computer's basic functions, such as scheduling tasks, executing applications, and controlling peripherals. Browsers are also not a website like Google, Yahoo, or Bing.
Browsers are also not search engines. Search engines are software systems that are designed to search for information on the World Wide Web. The search results are generally presented in a line of results. Information may be a mix of web pages, images, and other types of files.
Websites are a collection of related web pages, including multimedia content, typically identified with a common domain name and published on at least one web server. A browser is an application running on your computer that allows you to visit websites on the internet whenever you click on the browser icon. This is probably the most important software on your computer because every web page runs through your browser. How does a browser respond? A web page in its entirety is not actually stored on a server ready and waiting to be delivered. For example, if you look at this letter, let's say this letter is a web page. For the browser to actually be able to send this letter, it has to break it down into little small pieces, such as a few words or a few characters, and then send it. And then upon its arrival at your computer, it will assemble it back together. So each web page requested is individually rendered in response to a request. You are actually calling up a list of requests to get content from various resource directories or servers on which the content for that page is stored. It's like a recipe for cookies. You have a shopping list of ingredients, that would be your request for content, that when combined in the correct order actually makes the cookie, which is your web page. Images may come from one server, text content from another, scripts such as date scripts from another, and ads from another. So there can be multiple servers involved in actually pulling together the website you are rendering. As soon as you move to another page, the page that you have just viewed disappears. This is the dynamic nature of websites. Please stop the video at this point and go to Google Classrooms to access the browser video. Make sure you answer all of the questions in the video. Please return to this PowerPoint when you finish the video on browsers. To use a browser, you usually type or copy and paste the URL into the search bar of the browser. You also may do a search for a website based on a theme and then click on the link given or provided to you. Browsers retrieve all of the HTML code, CSS code, images, and videos that make up that web page at the URL through various servers. The browser uses all of the resources, HTML, CSS, images, and videos, and renders a web page on your computer. Render means that the browser interprets these sites based on web standards and specifications. There are few differences between browsers. Generally, browsers allow a user to search the internet and view websites all in the same way. They all follow the same protocols for how HTML and CSS is displayed. Again, there are a few differences between browsers, so sometimes when you pull up a website based on the web standards, the web page may actually look different in one browser versus another browser. However, these differences are usually small. Keeping a browser up to date. Every browser has code running on your computer. That's why you need to keep your security measures updated. Some web pages may attack your computer through your browsers by installing viruses and malware, other things that might trick you to give up information. Updates have the latest bug fixes and virus protection and security features. However, these updates are only good against known viruses, bugs, and malware. If an update comes out and then the next day a new virus or a new malware is created, your computer would not be protected against these new updates. I believe that Microsoft has updates every couple weeks on Tuesdays or once a month, so Microsoft does update quite frequently. But it's important that you run your updates whenever you receive them so that you're protected from at least the latest known malwares and bugs. So remember, keep your browser updated. Also note, when you keep your browser updated and protected, your computer normally will run faster. It is now time to review for your Chapter 1 Part 3 quiz. Study the keywords presented in the PowerPoint as well as review the browser video. To access the quiz, you're going to go to Google Classroom underneath the About section and look for Chapter 3, Part 3 Quiz Link, which will take you to Google Forms. Congratulations, you have just finished this PowerPoint. Please turn to the class website to see what your next video is.